I was famous in school for being a simp. In my past life, I was so obsessed with Cersei that I stopped caring about studying unfailed to get into university. Because she once said, "I don't like fat people." I went on an extreme diet and ruined my body. Seeing the disappointed look in my father's eyes and the tears in my mother's, I died full of regret. Wise people stay away from love and work to build a better country. When I opened my eyes again, I vowed to live for myself this time. But unexpectedly, after I decided to stop being a simp, the school beauty, was used to having a loyal one, started to panic.
Alex Z! Ignored him. What's wrong? I can't go to the cafeteria to eat. Oh, come on! You're obviously going to bring Sarah C. Lunch? Why don't you bring me one too? Michael C. rolled us up. Sure, I'll bring you one when I get back. Alex C. grabbed a book and headed to the cafeteria. Michael C. was fuming. That's not the point. This isn't about whether I get lunch or not. At 1:30, Sarah C. and Laura T. walked back into the classroom, holding hands and laughing. Michael C. Where's Alex Z? Michael C. took off his headphones, glanced at Sarah C. and replied impatiently, no idea. DSK, how is Alex C? Still not back? Is he trying to starve us to death? Laura T. complained, clearly annoyed. But Sarah C. just smiled. Maybe something held him up on the way. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Just as they were talking, Alex C. walked into the classroom, holding a book in his left hand and carrying two lunchbags in his right. Alex Z. Thank you so much, Sarah C. and Laura T. immediately greeted him with enthusiasm. Michael C. sighed helplessly. This guy's beyond saving. Alex Z. looked confused. Thank me? For what? Sarah C. almond minus shit eyes curved into a crescent moon. Of course, we're bringing lunch for me and Laura T. I didn't bring you to lunch, Alex Z. said, shrugging. All right, Laura T. said impatiently. You already brought it. Why are you still pretending? She reached out to grab the lunchbox from Alex Z's hand. But Alex Z. dodged her effortlessly and went straight back to his seat. Michael, hurry up and eat. Class is about to start soon. I just Michael C. stared in shock as Alex Z. handed him the lunchbox. Wait, this is actually for me. No shit. Didn't he ask me to bring you one? Alex Z. casually broke apart the disposable chopsticks and started eating. Thanks, bro. Michael C. grinned mischievously. His mood instantly improved as he happily opened his lunchbox and started eating. Sarah C. and Laura T. stood frozen, their expressions twisted as if they were constipated. They couldn't believe what they just heard. Sarah C. clenched her fists, her eyebrows furrowed tightly. Alex C. did you not hear what I said at lunch? I heard you, Alex C. nodded. Then why didn't you bring us lunch? Sarah C. asked angrily. Because you didn't give me money. Sarah C.'s almond-minus shaped eyes widened in disbelief. Since when did I ever pay him when I asked for something? It was his privilege. And now he dares to ask me for money. And then why did you bring food for Alex C? Did he pay you? Alex C. nodded seriously. Michael treated me to internet cafe time yesterday, so bringing him a meal is only fair. Sarah C. was speechless. She wanted to argue, but then she realized she had never given Alex Z. anything before. Bro, let's hit the internet cafe tonight. It's on me. Alex Z. almost choked on his food, laughing as he threw an arm around Alex Z.'s shoulder. Alex Z. shook his head. No time, I need to study. Saying the two of them completely ignoring her, Sarah C.'s chest heaved with anger. She grinned her teeth and snapped Alex Z. Mad now. Don't ever bother me again. With that, she stormed off in frustration. Laura T. pointed at Alex Z. and huffed, Alex Z. You better apologize to Sarah C. This afternoon. Sarah C. Wait for me. She quickly ran after her. Go where? I still need to study. Alex Z. took a bite of the eggplant dish. The eggplant in the cafeteria is actually pretty good. Try some. Without hesitation, Alex Z. reached over and grabbed a piece. My favorite. The first class in the afternoon was math. Alex Z. took out his math textbook and looked at the densely packed formulas. He might as well have been reading an alien language. His chest tightened. Memorizing facts in liberal arts subjects was one thing, but how was he supposed to handle math and science? He racked his brain trying to recall the final big question from his past life's college entrance exam. As soon as the class ended, Alex Z grabbed his math book and walked toward the front row. Laura T, sitting in the first row, was adjusting hair to wispy bangs while looking into a mirror. Catching sight of Alex's yes reflection, she immediately noticed Sarah C and whispered, "Sarah, Alex C is coming over." Sarah C let out a cold snort, crossing her arms over her chest and tilting her chin up proudly. So what if he comes? There's no way he'll forgive him so easily for what happened today. He needs to understand the price of making me mad. Laura T nodded seriously. Exactly. Her stomach was still growling. No way was she forgiving him that easily. Alex arrived at Sarah C.'s side, holding his math book. Without hesitation, Sarah C turned her head away in disdain. Didn't I tell you? Don't bother me anymore. Acting all tough, huh? In the end, he still came crawling back to apologize. She waited and waited, but nothing happened. Confused, she peeked over, only to see Alex Z standing there with his back to her. Instead of talking to her, he was grinning at the class monitor sitting in the first row. "Monitor, I have a math question I need help with." Class monitor Isabel T slowly lifted her head, adjusting her thick glasses. Behind them, her large, innocent eyes blinked as she replied, "Which question?" As a class monitor, she was always happy to help struggling students with their questions. Not only did it help her classmates, but it also reinforced her own understanding. This warned Alex Z said, pointing at the problem with his pen. Isabel T studied the problem seriously, her eyes fixed on the book. Alex Z stood silently beside her, not daring to interrupt. It was only now that he realized, after all these years, this was the first time he had ever taken a proper look at Isabel T. She was the stunning school beauty type, but her features were delicate, and her face was clear and flawless. She had short hair, giving her a fresh, clean look. In his past life, he owned Isabel T. Barely had any interactions. She had only been focused on her studies while he had spent all his time chasing after Sarah C. The only thing he knew about her was that she came from a wealthy family. She had easily gotten into Jiangsu University, started working at her family's company after graduation, and got married a few years later. A true success story. Isabel T pursed her lips, dyke in thought. The problem was tough. After thinking for nearly 10 minutes, she still hadn't figured it out. Lifting her head, she hesitated before saying, Alex Z, how about I explain it to you after school? Class is about to start. He turned and headed back to his seat. Laura T stared. Dumbfounded, she glanced at Alex Z, then at Sarah C. Wait, he just left like that. Why has he come to apologize yet? Sarah C clenched her teeth and said coldly, probably just embarrassed because there are too many people around. Really? Laura T was skeptical. Something felt off about Alex Z. Today, Sarah C shrugged, her expression still full of confidence. Of course, he must have realized him applying to Jiangsu University, so now he's finally starting to put in the effort. After school in the evening, Sarah C and Laura T pushed their bicycles out of the school gate. Laura T frowned in concern. Sarah, Alex C didn't apologize to you all afternoon. Sarah C smiled slightly. Relax, I know him too well. He's like a stubborn but minus aide. You just can't shake him off. All right then, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. After saying goodbye to Laura T, Sarah C got on her pink bicycle, eager to get home and watch the popular drama Autumn in My Heart. With her slender waist straight and her long hair flowing in the wind, she bathed in the golden sunset, looking just like the heroine in a movie. Many boys passing by couldn't help but turn their heads to look. Sarah C smiled, enjoying the attention. In her mind, she was the star of her own K- drama. She deserved to be admired. But the moment was short-lived. As she reached an intersection, her bike chain suddenly came off. Her good mood instantly vanished. Parking her bike by the roadside, she frowned at the greasy, dirty chain. This kind of messy work was so beneath her. Just then, Alex Z sped by on his bike, casually humming a tune. Now that he'd been reborn, not only was he young again, but his parents were too. He called on way to get home and see them. Sarah C. caught sight of him and immediately looked disgusted. Is he stalking me? Alex Jai noticed her standing by the road and grew curious. What's this girl doing here? Braking beside her, he asked Sarah C. What are you doing? Sarah C. rolled her eyes. Alex, if you want to apologize, just do it. No need for these cheap tricks. Alex Z was baffled. He scratched his head. Huh? What did I do?